What is going on, everyone? Anthony here, and welcome back to another video here on Let's Talk Resident Evil. And today I am talking about the Resident Evil 4 Remake gameplay trailer. We are going to break it down, we're going to discuss it, we're going to pause it, talk about it, and dive into it as fans. So without further ado, let's do this. Right away, this RE engine looks phenomenal. How far could he have gone? Which is referring to the policeman that he's following in here. The start of the whole village journey.
Anyone home?
There's someone home. Wow, this just looks incredible. The lighting looks great. So the first thing you notice is the bear traps right there, and cabin itself is so much more on a larger scale than the original, where it was just a small little shack. It was a house, but it seems so much more smaller. You know, it just had like the one room and the upstairs. This has so much layers to it, you know what I mean? And we're about to see Leon go down into the cellar here. Look at that. And of course, we have a bunch of skulls and bones, a bunch of, you know, cultish imagery, which is great because that stays true to the RE4 lore. Everything looks phenomenal. I love that there's a basement. It's just creepy. Look at that. You got all the nooses hanging. Some fresh slaughter right there. It looks like there's some writing underneath, underneath the table there, but it's hard to kind of make out. Just looks gorgeous. You see that? It almost looks like there's writing right underneath. Maybe if it's something you can actually observe. Big-ass rat. A lot more disgusting feeling for sure. This RE engine, it just looks incredible, guys. Leon himself obviously looks, you know, a little bit more older, more experienced here, and I'll get into that more as we get into the gameplay. But it looks like he's noticing his dead police officer comrade.
I read you. What's your situation? What the hell's going on?
So shit's hitting the fan, basically. Now, the difference with the police officers in this go-around is they're not getting ran off the road by a vehicle. It looks like they went in to investigate, and Leon probably loses them at some point, and that's when he finds them. And he also picks up his radio from that as well. This is going to be our first Ganado interaction here. Now, the first thing you notice, too, is obviously the HUD, the health bar. It looks very similar to the RE4 preview disc, or the RE4 demo, before they added the blocks into the final game. It does look like that. And the knife also has a meter as well, because the knife looks like it will be used for a defense in this game as well as a parry. So we're going to get into all this stuff as we dive further here. Let's check out the first Ganado encounter. A lot more subtle. You just kind of hear him fumbling down the stairs. Very creepy. Look at that. Now, the first thing you notice here is obviously you can use R2 for the knife. You can break free by tapping X, so you still have a way to push them off of you. But look at the parasites coming out of his eye. His whole head isn't a parasite, but it almost looks like hair, but it's kind of wiry. The parasites poking out of his eye. It looks very creepy, and the chat was kind of talking about this too, and I agree. It reminds me of The Thing a little bit. Just the way his neck is completely crooked and just he's attacking. I mean, it's a very different approach than how the original opened. Let's just say that. And it's a lot more in your face and grotesque. Look at this. Boom. Kick his ass off. I love the way Leon also holds the flashlight and the handgun. I love that. It's just so smooth. There you go. So my prediction was correct with the stealth elements here. So it looks like you can duck behind walls, and on GameStop's website, it also confirmed today that there is going to be stealth kills that you can actually perform as well. So that is confirmed, and you can obviously hide behind walls as the Ganados roam the hallways, as you see here. And it looks pretty smooth because he goes from, crouching to back to running right here. So it doesn't look janky at all. It doesn't look like it's, going to be a weird mechanic. It looks like something that will work. Now this right here I really like. So again, a lot more of a cabin exploration first time around, instead of just jumping immediately out the window. And there we go. We see a map here. It looks like Lago. You have the lake right there. And that is a picture of Ashley tied up, probably when she was kidnapped. Was this Krauser? Was this someone else? We don't know. In the original, it was Krauser kidnapping her on her way back from college, but we don't know if we're going to see that, how they're going to show that, but it's kind of cool. This time, instead of Leon showing the Ganado a picture of her to find her, he's finding a picture of her held captive. So I just thought that was very interesting. Do you hear that sound effect? That is the original sound effect. You got to listen closely. Right at the end when they pick it up, you hear the little radio pickup sound from the OG RE4. I'm sure that was on purpose. So listen. Hear that? Really cool. Roost, this is Condor 1.
Roost. This is
and that's his call to Hunnigan.
What's your sit rep?
President's daughter, Baby Eagle. It's likely she's in this village.
Baby Eagle. So that's kind of what they said in the trailer before, Baby Eagle. We heard that. And that's code name for Ashley.
Our intel was correct then. Well done.
Now, Hunnigan looks awesome. I'm happy they brought her back. This is something that, it doesn't look like we'll be getting the Metal Gear Solid radio transmission type stuff anymore, but it's fine because Hunnigan's back. She leads, Leon, gives him intel for the mission, helps him out. I can't think about RE4 without Hunnigan and all the characters that we always see. But it's a small little detail that I like, just them showing them in a cutscene. Maybe now we will see Hunnigan more in cutscenes over the radio transmissions. Let me know what you think.
Something's happened to the people here. My escorts are...
Your escorts are done. And this is what we saw in the little Twitter trailer here. Boom.
Gotta go. Talk later.
I love this right here. They coming through the axe. Leon doesn't give a fuck. Leon doesn't hesitate. This is what you actually do in this situation. Ready? Dip. Out the window immediately. Classic Leon. That's exactly what you should do. Now, it kind of fades out here, so obviously I'm sure you can either go back and fight them or just run towards the village. Now here, this is the meat and potatoes of the gameplay. This is what we all wanted to see. How is the combat going to be in full effect? We saw a little bit of the stealth moves here. Leon is crouching here, but he ain't going in stealth. This guy that was playing this wasn't messing around, Jack. Okay? He's getting into it. So here we go. Pull out the binoculars. There's your other police guy getting torched. And it's a barbecue. But it's a barbecue that Leon's going to interrupt. Look at this. So fierce. The Ganados look terrifying. And again, you have the option to using the knife or breaking free. And he kicks him off. They're all communicating. And you can hit them and roundhouse kick. We got to roll that back for the Leon roundhouse kick. We got to roll that back. Kick. Pop in the head. Boom. That is so satisfying. Just to see that. Now this is something that was crazy and had us cracking up on the stream. Shoots the lantern onto the cow. And the cow's just sitting there. The cow's like, yo, what the hell, dude? I'm not even trying to get involved. You know what I mean? So usually the cow's just like out of the picture. It doesn't really matter. Look at Leon's flowy hair here. He's ready. Ready? Sets him on fire and he runs into them, knocking them down. Bill me for the repairs later. That's literally what he says. So Leon is, he has the quips. He's ready. He's ready for the one-liners. He's going to be, he's going to be a grown-in Leon, but he's just going to be, like, taking the situation as it is, and it looks like this right here, this is what we wanted. The village isn't completely changed around, but it's completely redone from the ground up, and looks phenomenal. Look at this. We all know what goes down in this cabin. Dr. Salvador is coming. I love this right here. Shuts it, bars it. And here we go, guys. With the yellow chainsaw, he looks crazy. Immediately starts sawing it down. All this looks familiar. Look at this. Right here. Dips to the side. So you can still dip to the side, and you have a parry, which we're about to see. Look at this. Gets the shotgun. Boom. That shotgun feels like it just has a lot of force. It's so smooth, guys. This thing is so smooth that I think the RE engine, this is the RE engine at its peak, guys. At its peak. I love how he rolls, too. Gets punched. Got to break free. They try to hold your ass. Throws her. He's going crazy. That chainsaw guy's going crazy. Right here. Ready? Oof. Right in the neck, guys. So not only are the Ganadas a lot more terrifying, and they're communicating, they're really trying to corner Leon, you get the defense in this. And the defense in this game is going to play a huge role in the combat. This looks just so smooth, and until we obviously get our hands on it and control it, we won't know 100%, but I mean, this looks very well done. Pulls it out, blood everywhere. I love the chicken, too, that's just still chilling. Like, hey, I'm in the game. And this right here, Dr. Salvador, his eyes are like bulging out of the bag. There's just something so disturbing about that, and I love it. I'm all here for it. I'm very happy to see the Chainsaw Man return. And look, chops down the whole platform there. Ready? Watch this. Throws him and stabs. So you see that right there? So this right here, before we show the parry, he throws him down. Ready? So he has him just kind of in that position on the ground. And you see that little icon above his head. If you click X, you just stab him right in the neck. So that is exactly how the stealth takedowns will be. I'm sure you'll be able to throw them, stab him in the neck from behind, toss him over your shoulder, however Leon wants to do it, really. But it gets even better. Parries the chainsaw with the knife, which is, this is such, and I know that this is kind of crazy, and people are going to be like, oh man, but listen, you never were able to really defend yourself from the Chainsaw Man. Instead of, you know, whether it was Dr. Salvador or the Chainsaw Sisters, you just had to evade the attacks. You just had to get away from the blade. But here it actually gives you a fighting chance if you are confronted with him, as long as you have the knife. And the knife we see later from the merchant does have durability, does have stuff that we can actually upgrade on. But this looks crazy. Blocks it with a knife and pushes him away. Now, you know what that means, though. That means that the Krauser fight will be in-game and will probably be all about parrying. It won't be a quick-time event.
As you just saw, we are paying respect to the original game's world, while implementing new ideas and state-of-the-art graphics to strengthen the core concepts of the title.
That's true.
We think this game will provide a fresh experience, with a sense of familiarity if you played the original, that both newcomers and veterans to Resident Evil 4 will enjoy.
There we go. This is creepy.
The Ganados will have all new ways to attack.
They just circle in
on Leon during his mission, and will attack with an even greater variety of methods than in the original release.
Love that.
Leon fights back with firearms, close combat maneuvers.
Oh my god, we gotta roll that back just for the parry alone. Boom! I love that.
Leon fights back with firearms, close
boom!
combat maneuvers,
Oh, it's so good.
A newly added parry using his knife, and more.
Love that.
Resource management and upgrade elements are critical for survival. Just as in the original,
There we go.
using the attaché case effectively.
We got the
will
brand
be
new
key.
weapon case, the SG-09. A custom handgun made for Leon while keeping the basic design of the MUP, the MUP. Its parts were carefully chosen and machined to improve performance.
In addition to managing the weapons and items you...
So right here, it's confirmed that we have yellow herbs and the green herbs. So we can have the crafting with the herbs that actually help. And it looks like there's even some more stuff added down here. The blend of green and red herbs will restore almost 3 times as much health in a single green herb. And then you see at the bottom where it says case and charm perks, increased drop rate for handgun ammo. So you can actually get case and charm perks that give you abilities that will benefit you, whether it's with ammo or for your weapon.
And synthesizing herbs. This also allows you to...
So it looks like here there is required materials, so you can craft ammo now, which is really cool that they put the crafting to full effect here.
craft ammunition and other items.
Really cool. And the merchant. Can't have RE4 without the merchant. And I love that his lantern is back and everything. Stranger.
Of course, we can't forget the merchant.
I love that. And here we got a bolt thrower, a quiet projectile weapon that is great for immobilizing enemies. Bolts can be retrieved and reused. So you can actually reuse the bolts and you can craft more. So you can do the power, ammo capacity, reload speed, rate of fire, and the precision. It can be equipped with attachable mines that function as proximity explosives when shot. So there's even an upgrade for that. We have the W870, the S.T.A.R. M1903, which is the bolt action rifle. It's really cool.
And customize them to suit your playstyle.
Power and durability for the knife. So with parrying, with using the knife, you're going to have to either repair it, which looks like you're not able to do at this particular screen here, but you can repair it, the durability and the power. So maybe you can just hang on to one knife or find multiple knives, whatever the case may be. This is really cool. Like, this is just another cool feature that they're adding that goes into the dodging, defense of the game.
We've also added a trade mechanic where rare gems
Adding trade. So look at this. You can actually trade stuff for treasure.
for special items.
So you just give him a round cut yellow gemstone that can be inset in certain treasures. So you can actually trade. It looks like there's treasure maps are back for, finding the treasures. And look at that, the laser sight at the bottom there. So there is a laser sight that you can add. And look, the Punisher. The Punisher handgun has made a return. So it looks like the arsenal is also going to be a lot more expanded here. This is all great stuff.
You can't go wrong with that.
You can't go wrong with that. That's a great one.
We are rebuilding the original game while respecting its core experience, adding new ideas, and modernizing the playfield.
Now that right there is, I think, a direct response to people being worried about, because of what happened with Resident Evil 3 Remake. I think they know, they're trying to kind of let people know, like, hey, we're trying to respect the original, add some new ideas, but, this doesn't look drastically like, they're going to be making this a completely different game, like drastically making those changes. They're making all the right changes from what we're seeing here. So that is it for the Resident Evil 4 Remake gameplay breakdown, and thank you so much for watching this video. I have a bunch of videos coming, a bunch of other breakdowns on screenshots and trailers and all that stuff, so let me know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and stay tuned as the road to Resident Evil 4 Remake continues. A big shout out to everyone that supports the channel on Patreon and YouTube memberships. YouTube members grants you access to vote on content with custom badges and emojis. Now Patreon gives you voting on content and even more. You can gain access to uncut recording sessions, exclusive Patreon shows, and live hangouts. Tiers start at just $1. Thank you so much for your love and support, and I will catch you next time.